Chapter 9, Front Derailleur Low Limit Screw.
Let's now take a look at the low limit screw.
We will discuss the best gears to be in to observe the low limit screw setting, identifying the low limit screw, and how to adjust the low limit screw.
My low limit screw is this one here. The low limit screw is a mechanical stop that controls how far inward toward the seat tube the front derailleur cage can move. I want to be in my inner cog in the rear cassette. Now as I pedal the bike, I'm going to try to shift into the small chain ring and see what happens. Now the derailleur cage moved over slightly. Was there, moved over like that. That was where it started out. Now it's over here. So it's moved inward, but it has not moved inward far enough to push the chain off the big chain ring onto the small one. My low limit screw here is too restrictive, and it's not allowing the derailleur cage to move far enough to move the chain. As I pedal the bike, I'm going to loosen this screw, and here you see that as the cage moves in just a little bit, it's enough to move the chain over. Couple quick checks. Big chain ring, small. Big, small, pulling on the cable, big, small. But my bike is a little noisy because if you look carefully, you can see that the chain here is actually rubbing on the inner plate. I can hear it. So I'm going to loosen this low limit screw just a little bit, just a tiny bit, to move it inward just so that I don't hear that rubbing. There we go. So I have a little bit of space, but not much, between the inner plate and the chain, just enough so that it doesn't rub. Now if I loosen my low limit screw too much, then you see the cage moving in even farther. I create the possibility that the chain will shift past the small chain ring and go down here against the frame. I obviously don't want that to happen. So it doesn't mean that it will necessarily do that, but I don't want it to be able to do that. So I'm going to adjust my low limit screw so that the front derailleur cage moves inward far enough to shift the chain onto the small chain ring and then not rub, but no farther. So about like that.
So you'll have the low limit screw set correctly when the outer plate will move the chain off the big chain ring, but the inner plate will only move in far enough so that there is no rub between itself and the chain.